Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about Perplexity Comet, the world's first agentic browser. It is powered by Chromium and Perplexity AI, which is the actual engine that's connected to the browser. And it's pretty cool at what it does. It's still a work in progress. It's going to get there, and I like what I'm, seeing at least. I've been using it for a couple of weeks, and I seem to like the overall browsing experience and little bit of the boost in productivity that's offering it me right now. It's not like a deal breaker, but I definitely see that agentic browsers are going to become the future in the coming days. So let's go into this video. Now, first thing, how do you get access to Perplexity, first of all, right? Or the the Comet browser. So you can head on over to pplx.ai/massive impact. Okay. If you go here, you're going to get the download link to the Comet browser as well as 1 month free for Perplexity Pro. Any account, even if you've used before, you're going to still get 1 month free for Perplexity Pro. So you can claim your free Pro month along with the Comet browser link directly here. Now, moving on, why do I like this browser and why do I hate it? Okay, so first of all, I have no reason to hate it. It's something that it's new technology and it's not perfect. Like every new technology is kind of the first iterations of agentic browsers, I would say. It does a decent job at being an agentic browser. So what does that mean? First things, let me show you the quick voice commands. So I do Shift Alt V. Hey Perplexity, can you tell me what is the current weather in New York?
The current weather in New York is around 50° F and clear, with some clouds. Would you like more details or forecasts?
So my family is planning to travel towards the end of the next week. What kind of clothes should we be packing?
The forecast for the end of next week in New York shows temperatures around the low 60s during the day and cooler in the 40s at night, with a mix of sun and clouds. You should pack layers, including a light jacket or sweater, and possibly an umbrella for occasional sprinkles or showers. Would you like help with anything else?
No, that's good. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, just let me know.
So as you can see, the voice command is pretty cool. It's very simple. Shift Alt V and immediately it activates, and the user experience is pretty smooth. Okay, there was no lag and stuff, and I could literally just do it with a click of a shortcut, right? So that's the first thing. So next thing that you can do is, for example, let's say I look for Elon Musk Tesla news. Okay, it's going to do the search on Perplexity, and it's going to find all the different news articles and things like that. Let's say I go to India Today. I'm reading this article, okay? While reading the article, I come to know about, let's say, Joe Rogan. Okay, so what I can do is I can right click on it and I can do search Perplexity for Joe Rogan. So it's going to do the search and it's going to find all the details about Joe Rogan directly on the right side. So I can actually, I'm like doing my research, I can also create citations and things like that without having to leave the article, which is pretty insane in terms of, a productivity boost, I would say. That's the next thing. A third trick up my sleeve is the thing called shortcuts. When you press backslash, it will automatically give you some preset shortcuts like teach me comment, trending on social media, evaluate these deal, prep next meeting, right, etc. Okay. So let's say I go to facebook.com and log in. Okay. So I am logged into my Facebook account and now I'm going to do, let's say, trending on social media. Okay. Let's just do that. Okay. So it now has it basically go to Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere, but only it has access to my Facebook. So it's going to go through my Facebook feed right now, and it's going to take some time. I'm going to give like us a break like for some time, and it will go through the entire content and summarize to me what are the latest things that are happening on social media right now. Great for like a morning work flow where before you sit into work, like you can have these things already done and prepared right at the beginning of the day, especially if you're into marketing and content creation and all. It can be really useful without having to go through all the stuff to identify what's trending. Now, for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to stop it. Marketing, popular content includes music events and things like that, influencer creator updates, business startup news like posts about trending quick commerce brands like Zepto and things like that. Viral stories discuss AI, smart home tech, digital privacy, such as concerns around robotic vacuums, sharing data and using AI for daily productivity, economic and financial updates, stuff like that. So it's kind of given me a little bit of a gist of the 24 hours. Like I said, it's not the best. Maybe it needs to be trained. Maybe you can actually create uh, customized shortcuts. Okay. So let's say you click on this backslash and you can click on create a shortcut. Okay. What kind of shortcuts can you create? Okay. So for example, you can have a shortcut like, let's say, mail to do. Okay. This is going to extract actionable tasks from your inbox, organize them into priority to-do list from my p@SEO Gmail inbox. Okay. I can click on advanced. Model is best. Source is, let's just keep it automatic. So now when I actually search, I can actually have a mail to do shortcut as well. So when I click on mail to do, is going to actually go through my email and find out all my stuff. Okay. So I need to connect my Gmail again to this. So give me a second. So let's say I do. So now that mail to do is created, let's just go to mail to do. I've already connected it. Surprising. It needs to be connected again. This should be good enough. So it'll basically sift through my email and find out all the to-do lists and action items, and it'll create the list as well. To So automatically, as you can see, it broke down into different things like finance, client follow-ups, subscriptions, marketing events, websites and security, and things like that. Okay. So this is extremely valuable in terms of, saving time and quickly reviewing all your to-do list from your email. And if you're maintaining this kind of knowledge base with the AI, then automatically every single day, it will have context on what you've already done and what's remaining to be done. Similarly, you can create other shortcuts, like you can create shortcuts for client replies, you can create shortcuts for important emails, so you can tell it which contacts are important contacts. So it automatically filter out all the important emails and it'll give you the gist in the early morning, like whenever you're logging into your work. You can create shortcuts like TLDRs to give you like summaries, quick summaries of whatever pages you're reading, two-line summaries. You can do competitor research shortcuts, content ideas. You can even based on information it has, you can also have shortcuts to prepare for next meeting. It can be given access to a Google Calendar and automatically it can help you prepare for the next meeting in terms of what you need to have based on the past meeting notes and things like that. So that's for your shortcuts. So one of the really coolest and underrated features of Comet that I feel are that it will actually keep different contextual conversation histories for each tab. Okay, so I can actually open the assistant on this tab, and this history will be separate from this tab. Okay, so if I go into the assistant here, this will be completely different, versus if I go here, this tab will have a completely different conversation history. And tomorrow, if I start back in on Facebook or on India Today or gmail.com, the context history of these different tabs is always going to remain intact, which is epic. Is clearly able to also capitalize on multi-tab workflows. So for example, I open, let's say, sheets.new. Okay, and let's name this whatever, like Elon Musk quotes. Okay, I just name this Elon Musk quotes. I come here and I can just go on this page. I can say, hey, can you write down all the quotes of Elon Musk from this page on the tab is open, let's say, or something like that. So it'll actually now go through this article, find out all the quotes of Elon Musk, and then write it in the other tab where I've told it. So I can actually focus on doing something else while that is happening. Now, remember when I told you about the fact that the browser is a work in progress, and it's not like it's there where it needs to be in terms of like prime productivity. This is what I meant. These features are good. Like you can see, it's happening. It's automatically opening the sheet, and it's actually entering the details and things like that. But it's extremely slow, and that is what defeats the entire purpose of having an agentic tool. But like I said, this is the first step towards what we want to have in the future, right? And this is exactly how it needs to happen, right? So from that context, I feel this is great. Another thing that it actually opened the tab instead of just going to the tab itself. It actually opened the sheet on that page itself. Okay, so it was not required to do that, but anyways, so these are some kind of small mess ups that it is making. But beyond that, it's at least actually able to write code. Okay, I feel that's a big deal for like the first step towards browser automation with AI, and literally just natural language commands. So I'm going to lose patience, obviously, and I'm going to pause this entire operation. By this time, I expect it to already have written the codes down and everything, which it did not do. So again, it is what it is. But beyond that, let's say I am having a conversation with it. Let's just go to Amazon.com. And inside Amazon, I'm looking for Vivo gaming phone. Okay. There's a 94,000 phone from Vivo. This is like a Vivo T4 5G phone, let's say. Open this, okay? What is the cheapest price for this phone across the internet? Find me a better deal. Let's say I do that. Okay, it's actually going to understand this phone and it's going to look for it everywhere, and it's going to come back to me. If it finds better prices, it's going to come back to me. Amazon India has 23,200, which you can see. Flipkart is 22,999. Vivo official is 22,999. Reliance Digital is 22,999, and Sangeetha Mobiles is 22,499, which is a deal price. Okay, Vijay Sales is no discounted price. So best deal is 22,499 from Sangeeta Mobiles, or whatever it be. Which other phone in this range is good for gaming, let's say? So I am this is the entire point of agentic browser experience, where I am on Amazon, where I am trying to shop online, but I'm using AI as like a sidekick to help me improve my browsing experience. So for example, I get a OnePlus Nord, this one, okay? So can you create a comparison table for this phone versus Nord CE5? So it quickly just creates the entire comparison table, which allows me to have a better like decision making thing. I didn't have to leave Amazon while I was, working on the with AI to figure out the details, right? So that's the beauty of this entire like browsing, agentic browsing experience. So one more thing that it can really do well, these AI browsers, at least Comet can do, is it can actually get context from YouTube videos as well. So, for example, I can actually just go here. Can you find a video of MK, that guy, who's that big tech, this thing, MK, video of a famous tech review YouTuber talking about the camera of this phone. So it's actually going to search on YouTube and it's going to find, hopefully, it's going to find the exact timestamp that I need to watch to kind of understand about the camera of this phone. Okay, is there Vivo for camera test 50 megapixels.
तो आप ये जो फोन देख रहे हो मेरे हाथ में ये है ऑल न्यू
So
वीवो
this is a Hindi video, obviously. Okay. So what about MKBHD or someone and to the specific timestamp where they talk about camera in English, let's say. Okay. MKBHD or any other famous viewers have not done this. Okay, so if that's the case, texting is there, free 10, he says.
Hi there, this is the newly.
So I can actually do free 10.
Alright, let's talk about the cameras. So here are some images.
Immediately, it actually told me where the camera part, right? So that is kind of, this entire. So as we can see that, it gave me the clear mark that, watch this video at the 310 mark to automatically understand about the camera. Like that is the kind of browsing experience that I'm talking about. That's kind of immersive. Like I'm watching something, but I'm looking for information and it is able to scour for that and give me exact like citations or sources to build more context and enrich my knowledge, right? Without having to go to many places. That's kind of the beauty of this entire experience. So usually what would happen is, let's say if I was on this page and I would have to go back to YouTube, then do a search, go through a bunch of ads to finally figure out or find the right thing, right? So by that time, I'm already exposed to so much distraction. But because of this entire experience, it's kind of completely shortened the entire curve of finding information, and I'm able to quickly make decisions. So it's definitely helping me with that agentic experience. Now, let's talk about like agentic shopping. Like since we are shopping and doing phones and stuff like that, I let help find 10 really cool and different toys for my boys under 5 and under 1,000 rupees, let's say. Okay, so I'm on Amazon and I literally just tell the assistant, help me find 10 really cool and different toys for my boys under 5 and under 1,000 rupees. Hopefully, it's going to do that. While it is doing that, I want to see if I can tab away and do something else. So I'll go to google.com slash, let's say London. Oh, sorry. Oops. Google.com slash maps. Find the best examples. List out the toys along with links. Amazon. So it's supposed to be, you know, doing the stuff. I'm not sure if I tab away, it'll work or not. I have my doubts, but I'll try. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to open, let's say London. Map directions. Help me create a walking and train plan for South London entertainment spots to plan for my complete Sunday and pack a place for lunch and dinner too, starting at 10 a.m. I'm gonna go back and see if it's working. It is working, which is pretty interesting. I mean, these are some things that I have not, like explored in details for sure, but it is working, so which is great. I see that the agentic browser has not activated yet, so it's still probably finding or something. So this is the entire experience while this is happening. Just gonna take a short break because, again, Comet is doing all the work for me. I can just go on a break. It's pretty epic. Now, like, if you ask me, like, I hate like choosing gifts and things like that. So if there are certain tasks like this that I can just outsource to the AI where it just makes the decision for me without me having to make the decision on my own, I think that's something that I really value. Sometimes some of these things just really confuse me and eat up too much of my energy, which is not useful. So it's actually doing a lot of research. Like it's not just gone to one or two pages and just picked out a few things and told me that these are the best options. It's actually going in different like places. It's searching for different things and it's coming across different products and it's actually documenting it, which is nice. And there you go. So it starts off at 10 a.m. Greenwich Market and it ends at 7 p.m. dinner Forza Wine, Peckham Rooftop. Okay. Can you create the directions in the Google Maps? So it's going to now just hopefully create the directions in the Google Maps because it does that. I've seen doing it. Yep, it's doing it. Take a train to Overground at Greenwich Station. What to do? Train from Greenwich to Crystal Place, about 30 minutes. So it's kind of, like doing the entire thing, as you can see, which is kind of the best part about it, right? Best examples are here. And, Vivito educational laptop for kids, Wembley remote control rechargeable mini RC car, pack of two monster truck sets, Skytech monster trucks, toy Imagine projector, torch for kids. Okay, mini light 24 picture slides, educational toy torch for boys. So you can see like, these different kinds of things that are pretty unique, right? And I know for a fact that, my kids would love these kinds of toys and it's just like $100 or something. And it's pretty interesting, right? So this is what agentic browsing can really do at this point. I showed you some examples of how it can process with Google Sheets, how it can read emails, how it can, do like searching and things like that. So it can definitely help with, organizing your calendar, finding, what's happening with my calendar. So for example, let's say I go to google.com's calendar. I want to see if it's connected or not first. Okay, it's there. So I can just, go in and I can say, what do I have any meetings in the next 5 days? Let's say. So it's going to search my calendar for meetings and it's going to identify that. And it says that, there's some workshops that are there and there's an out of office thing. And so basically, I'm pretty much free and don't have client meetings in the next few days. So this kind of shows you the overall ideas in terms of how you can use an agentic browser. So one thing that I'd still like to iterate before we shut off is please do not use agentic browsers for sensitive tasks like, accessing your banking or financial information. It's not safe to do that. Also, regularly visit your Comet privacy settings so you can actually open this and you can check your privacy settings to ensure that you haven't given any unsafe websites access to things and stuff like that. Okay, like your search suggestions, or you can block trackers, make sure the passwords are not saved, it's up to date, and things like that. In three separate instances, there were some security issues with Comet, which I want to bring to the attention of people who are still trying to use it. There was something called Comet jacking that happened. Okay, so researchers found that malicious URLs can actually hijack Comet AI's like processing. Okay, so it can actually be used to like steal data from Comet itself. Perplexity was notified about this, but they marked it as a no security impact kind of an issue where, it was kind of something that I would not say is not a security impact. It is a big security impact. So I'm sure they are working on patching it. But their stance was controversial on this. Okay. Second one is prompt injection vulnerability. Attackers can actually hide malicious instructions in web content that AI can execute on their behalf. Okay. While there are mitigations that are in place, the risk is not completely circumvented. So you got to be very careful about what kind of websites you're visiting or what kind of extensions and things you're installing or giving access to inside the Comet browser. You got to be very careful about that. Phishing protection gap. Studies show that Comet is 85% more vulnerable to phishing attacks than Chrome. Chrome is a very old and robust browser with a lot more phishing prevention like technology, because it's been in the market for a longer time. It's just the age of it, right? So always verify URLs manually, properly check the URLs, check the origin of it before you submit any sort of personal information or login details into any websites. So that's kind of my take on the Comet browser. Hope you all liked it. And again, if you want to start using the Perplexity Comet browser, you can download this by going to pplx.ai/massive impact. You'll get 1 month of Perplexity Pro for free. And hopefully, you love this video and you can start liking and subscribing my video by rampantly clicking on the buttons and just subscribing to my video. Okay, that was stupid. But you know what? Just click on it, right? And help me create more such videos for you guys that will allow you to browse the internet safely or have fun, right? There's no other reason. So I'm gonna stop talking and just hit the like and subscribe button, guys, and let me know how you like the video and what else should I be covering in my coming videos. See you.